Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. All right. Okay, and so our card is the Two of Cups, and this has to do with love. Self-explanatory, right? Kind of a union, a beauty of connection, flowing waters. Fertility, that could be physical, creative, energetic. Whatever it is, there's a lot of love. A lot of love in your life. Okay, so I want to start right here. We have a beautiful looking owl. You can see the eyes, the ears, the body, the wing. It looks like it is in movement. It is looking out across the universe, or at least across its little domain, okay? And the owl is, of course, wisdom, being a witness, observant, okay, kind of being tied to that night side. And so I feel that through the work that you have done with maybe, the shadow, those places inside of you that kind of contain some of the hurt, maybe the guilt, the shame of life, things you've carried with you, and more recently in these last years have decided that you will be devoted to your healing, to processing, integrating, to becoming a more whole being, not for anybody else, but for yourself. Because this kind of work, you can't do it for anybody else. I mean, you really have to love yourself and be interested in saving yourself in a lot of ways. Also very tired of carrying around stuff that does not serve you. Finding a way to transmute it. And this is a difficult process. So this cannot be done for anybody, not even our children, right? We have to do this for ourselves. Of course, it can be in relation to our people, to our kids, our family, our spouse, significant other, whatever. But ultimately, through this work that you have been doing so diligently, your intuition has grown. Your ability to go where you need to attract and manifest the things that you want and need. It also has opened places within yourself that lead to deeper connections, not only to parts of your psyche, your archetypes, but in the physical world as well. And this is where I think we see some of this adoration, this desire, this, these amorous feelings. This is kind of a beautiful renaissance for you. some of your dreams, fantasies coming true. And the interesting thing is, through this work, I think so often when we are unhealed people, or at least people who are not on a path of healing, our desires, our fantasies, our wants are often things that damage us. Because they're things that are conditioned. They're things that we use as a weapon against ourselves. Okay, and to some degree that's not a bad thing, but I think at some point, especially when you're going through a healing process, those deepest, most fulfilling things have very little to do with harming ourselves, right? Bringing ourselves unnecessary pain. Not superficial pain, but really, really injuring ourselves with our actions, with our, the energies that we bring into our sacred spaces. So I feel like you've done this work and you are really, flying, soaring. This beautiful night beast. And I see here we have two beings kind of locked together, hand in hand, face to face. There is a great equality here. Two powerful, powerful intelligences coming together. So, wherever this love is, if this is a love for self, if you are courting your interior beloved, or if this is a person who is manifest in the physical, somebody maybe you're married to, somebody you're dating, flirting, whatever, you are meeting on an equal plane. The energy is there. The frequency is matched. It is beautiful. And I think, you feel very alive in this. I think when you look at one another, there is a vision so clear. You can see each other. I think so often in our lives, we meet people on different, different planes of existence. And I'm not talking about a hierarchy, it's just different. And I can't tell you how many people I meet in my life, I barely remember what they look like. I mean, that's just the way it is. We're passing through. Every once in a while, we meet somebody who takes us in, and vice versa. You can, just feel them. And it doesn't have to always be romantic, right? It doesn't have to be an attraction like that, but there is an energy there. These are our kindred beings, our universal siblings, right? Cosmic family. But I think in this case, this is more romantic. This is amorous. So this is desire. Which, listen, it's a good time for you, Libra, to be feeling some feelings, to be a little bit on fire. And I see this beautiful little plant growing here, and I feel like this is a most blessed union. Okay. I think that there is happiness here. This one looks like he's almost holding a fish. or she. It could be a she. When I look at this, for some reason, I think of like one of those Mesopotamian carvings, right? One of the gods, like Inky or something. I don't know. I can't remember what Inky looks like. Gilgamesh, I guess. With the, what is he holding? A lion, I think. But anyways, holding a fish. So, abundance, right? A blessing, abundance, resources, emotional resources, physical resources. You know, there's something there. There's some substance. And this doesn't have to be forever. Maybe it can be. I don't know. But I think what's important is that there is a feeling of excitement, a feeling of enjoyment, inspiration coming from this. I feel like you are so twisted up in this. You could write a bunch of poetry, paint a whole bunch of beautiful pictures. That's a nice feeling. Oh, there we go again. We have two people holding one another. And I love it. I love it. It's I feel like, you know, you feel heard and seen here. This is a person that you know, I feel like, and I look over here, it looks like kind of a chaotic scene. A person kind of stepping out of this chaos here. We have this flower that turns into a bird who is flying, and I feel like we have kind of it almost looks like a person kind of climbing up the side of a mountain, and I feel like, you know, it's just been an arduous journey recently, and I feel like you have been just working to get yourself to a place where you're not feeling like you're drowning in it all, right? I think that you know, did not necessarily expect to be feeling like this right now. Of course, I think you were open to it. But it wasn't necessarily like, you know, top priority. So I think coming into this situation, you know, you have created a space for love in your life, and you have attracted it. And here it is, you know. So I think that this is it's kind of a nice change of pace. And if this is somebody that you are already in a relationship with, maybe you've been married for many years, I feel like this could be that, you know, you're coming into a cycle of closeness, of, you know, really enjoying one another. And of course, no judgment. This could be, you know, not your primary partner. This could be somebody outside of your relationship. You know, whatever that looks like. But I think that you just are really, you're having a nice time. You're having a nice time. Okay, let's see. And with the bird, I forgot to mention, with the bird, I feel like it's, you know, it really is that kind of feeling of the soul really being, you know, free. Just imagine a bird flying over the waters, you know, hitting that nice little jet stream, just going, enjoying their ride. I feel like that's where you're at. You know, and I think that all of this, the love is wonderful, of course. The enjoyment is wonderful. The desire is wonderful. But I think that most importantly, being in this zone, if applied with care to your life, I think it really does, it begins to unlock places of creativity, of manifesting, kind of this love energy converges with your mundane life. And I think the blessings then can be big. You bless yourself, and your perspective changes when you are in a state of love. Hopefully not so taken by it that you just, kind of abandon everything. But I feel like the difficulties of life kind of dissolve away when you are in a state of love. There's a sense of freedom. Love and death are the things that kind of equalize all, right? So, this is a good thing to make use of. I think you can do a lot here. And also, just the feeling of not lamenting the everyday tedium. That in itself is such a gift, isn't it? You wake up and you're not like, ugh, another freaking day. What am I doing here? Okay, let's see. I'm looking at this immediately. I see a person kind of on their hands and knees. It looks like a baby crawling. And I feel like there is a sense of, well, maybe you're having a baby. No, I'm not going to say that. If you know my readings, I will never tell you that you're going to have a child. I don't talk about that stuff. But I will say that I feel like you're coming into a place of a pure heart. There is kind of that real innocence that only love can kind of unlock. I feel like you are so open to the wonders of the world, like a child, the awe of the mysteries of life, right? And so I feel like this is a beautiful return to a simpler state of being, in that things get very little in life when you are kind of in your bubble of being in love, of enjoying the now, the present, being excited about the things that are going on in your actual life, not everything out there, right? So we also have this bird, again, soaring. This one looks more like a eagle or a hawk or something. So I'm going to say that this has to do with the imagination. Your creative mind is soaring. Go and write something. Go and make something. Create some art while you're in love, please. Make use of it. I mean, really. I implore you. Please, sometimes I think some of the, when somebody is writing when they're in love, making poetry when they're in love, it can be pretty cheesy, but it's so, you can just feel the ripeness of it, right? It's so full. So do something with that, It doesn't have to be art. I mean, it could be anything. Knit a sweater. Draw some pictures with crayons. I don't know. Start a business. Do something, though. While you're feeling nice like this, do something. Okay, now we have the Wild Bohemian affirmation cards. And if you watched the last reading from the last cycle, we use the gratitude cards. This week we're doing these affirmation cards. So I'm just going to, and it's something new I'm doing, just trying. I got a bunch of different little decks of affirmation and gratitude and some oracle cards I might try. But I just want to kind of try and see if it seems like they really are fitting to most of the readings. Once or twice I've gone, I'm like, that doesn't really fit. So we're going to pull those. Oh, that one's pretty. I like it. I'm going to flip it over. Okay. I am seer. Sit quietly in the center of nothingness. Bliss comes through surrender. Okay. I feel like I am seer, the owl, the witness, the you know, watcher. And yeah, finding that beautiful space, as we talked about, and letting the love, the bliss, the pleasure, desire, let it fill your space, let it fill you, and create something with it. Make something with that thing. Feel it. Take some with you. You know, it really is so rare in life that we get to be so happy or so motivated or so involved with something. The older you get, the more we have to look for opportunities, I think. Finding love in the things we do, in the places we go, the sensations, impressions, and sometimes, you know, people, definitely. Something about being young, I think you're just more open to loving the world, more open to the wonders and bliss of the world. So if you are older and you are in this configuration, take heart and enjoy it. Don't be scared. Don't be put off. Enjoy this love. Enjoy this gift from the universe. This thing that you've worked so hard to make room for. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps the channel get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm kind of decides everything for us. How far this video is going to get out there. We like to make that algorithm happy with engagement. So anything like liking the video, watching the reading from the beginning to the end, sharing the link for the reading onto other social medias. If you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It will let you know when the next videos are coming out. And you can, in between now and the next Libra video, watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising. And I know a lot of people like their Venuses for love stuff. This is a good Venus reading. What's the other thing? Oh, cross-watching, right? Now, you don't have to do any of these things, but I like to mention them. So if you'd like to support the channel, these are some of the ways that you can do it if you didn't already know. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read them all. They all mean so much to me. A big reason why I keep doing these readings is because of the comments. I feel like I connect so much with the community here, getting to know so many of you. I feel your love. I feel your heartaches. I feel your challenges, your triumphs, all of that stuff. It, you know, shines through clearly through these comments. So, I I would love to hear from you. Okay, so Pudgy, don't. Come on, I'm literally about done. Come over here, baby. Come on. Over here. Let me say goodbye to these beautiful people. Okay. He's telling me it's time to go to bed. It is pretty late here. This is our last reading of the night. So anyhow, thank you so much, Libra. We will talk in just a few days.